How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what time it is. You're rocking with your boy Easy. You're rocking with your boy Easy. Thought this was fake. I thought it was something they was putting on Facebook and just, you know how they had the fake stuff on there. You know, talking about celebrities, this, that, and the other. You know, unfortunately, it came out that it's true. And I hate that if it's not true, you know, it's the wrong thing to do and, you know, publicize something like this about somebody passing. But they're saying that Rich Homey Quan has passed away. You know, at 33 years old, born 1989, you know, 6 years after me, you know, this man has done things and lived a life that most of us wish we could probably dreamed of. He has met people and made more money than we have ever had. So you can't knock the man, you know, and even whatever, you know, I've heard that they say he had an overdose. It was fentanyl. It was this, it was that. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to show respect to the young man, you know, rest his soul. May the Most High bless him. And, you know, I hope he's in heaven. And my condolences to his friends and his family in this situation. But, you know, he's came out with the songs. If y'all don't know, you know, let's bring it up. He came out with the songs Type of Way, Ride Out, Walk Through, you know, Tell Them to Be Worried, My Ninja, you know what I'm saying? The Lifestyle with Young Thug. You know, he's had a lot of hits out here. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Rich Homey Quan. You know, like I said, condolences to his family. You know, and that's about as much as we can give him. You know, they keep saying it's an overdose, this, that, and the other, but they keep saying the autopsy will be given out Friday. So I don't know where they're getting the overdose from. People saying it's fentanyl, you know, other things like that. But let's not, you know, degrade this man's name or trash his name until we find out the legitimate reason on why it is that he passed away. So rest in peace to Rich Homey Quan, you know, an excellent artist, you know, somebody who gave us hits over his career. And I just pray for his family, his children, and those, you know, that love him. You know, it's a sad situation, you know, with the, you know, a lot of drug epidemic going on in the black community, you know, pills, weed, heroin, fentanyl, you know, cocaine, in which a lot of people are mixing cocaine and fentanyl and heroin and fentanyl, and people are dying off that. They even have fentanyl pills now, you know, where drug dealers are out here passing out pills that they man-made themselves and putting fentanyl in it. And I hate, you know, if that was the situation of what happened to Rich Homey Quan, to the fact that, you know, a young man, you know, rich, got his own money, you know, just wanted to enjoy himself, or maybe he was going through something, he wanted to get high, and unfortunately he ran across the wrong pill. So respect to Rich Homey Quan, like I said, and his family, condolences. You know, it's a sad situation, man. And it's something that's going on in all our communities. You know, I see it all the time. I've seen it go on in my community in Birmingham, Alabama. There are friends who go on by, you know, they call them planks, which are, what are planks really called? I can't think of the name right now. They call them planks, they call them tabs, they call them perks. And, you know, people are stamping these things and making it look as if they are real pills, and people are taking them and people are dying. And it's an unfortunate situation, you know. But, you know, it goes into the Bible where the Lord tell you to be sober. And, you know, we all fall victim to, you know, society and what goes on. We all are hurt. We all go through different things. We all want to feel good. And if it was his drug of choice, you know, on this day, he just chose the wrong drug from somebody. But at the end of the day, that's not to look down on the man. You know, we are all human. We all make mistakes. And unfortunately, from his mistake, he's no longer here. But I just pray that, you know, his family is blessed. They all, you know, are going through something right now. They're going through a lot of hurt, I'm sure, especially immediate family, father, mother. But the Lord bless his soul. and forgive him for his sins and what he's done on this earth. You know, it's a sad situation to see people pass away, especially from addiction or drug abuse. And a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people say that wouldn't be me and that wouldn't be me and I would do this and I would know that. No, you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? This was a man with money. You know, he just probably came across the wrong people, if it's true, of what he actually died of. We don't know if it was a heart attack. He could have had a seizure or anything. But people out here spreading the rumor that he supposedly died from an overdose. But no one really knows. But at the end of the day, rest in peace to Rich Homey Quan. And now, I also want to talk about the Alabama prison system, which I'm going to see if I can pull the video up. A lot of people don't understand that the 13th Amendment was to literally put people in prison as far as slavery. Once you commit a crime, then you're basically putting yourself in into the prison system. And as far as Alabama, you know, we got Kay Ivey in there. No disrespect to Kay Ivey. I love you. No disrespect to the governor. You know, with Kay Ivey in there, a lot of people not understanding that a lot of prisons have bought into Wendy's and other people and other places that, you know, make prisoners go and work at. And, you know, I want to show you this video because one of the guys in the video that I saw, I actually grew up with him. His name is Quincy Sanders. I literally grew up with this man in Vice Hill Projects. You know, Quincy was actually shot in the face with a AK that really dismembered his face. He still look normal now. But I want to show y'all this video. And they're basically telling you prison has become slavery. They make you go to work. You cannot, if you say you don't want to go to work, then they punish you for it. It's a lot of stuff going on with the Alabama prison system. And it's no different than, you know, it's no different than, you know, any other state or, you know, what they have. But Alabama is totally different. They're really putting these people through a lot of, you know, hardships. You know, you can't call off. You know, they want you to work 40 hours. They take 40%. They take 40% of what you make. So like the guy Quincy, who I grew up with, was saying, if you make $600, if you make $600 check out of a 2-week check, they take majority of that, which means you'll probably get $200 out of working the 80 hours. And like I said, a lot of people not understanding that they have, you know, businesses that they are in tune with, like Wendy's, restaurants, where these people can't call off. They got to go to work every day. If the restaurants want the prisoners to come to work every day, to do a double, they can't. It's in law that they can't say no. So they literally have to be punished, or they'll lose, you know, time calling with their family. They get punished by not being able to see their family because they don't want to go and work 100 hours at a restaurant that the prison is in business with. And this is very unfair. I'm wishing I could show you this video so I could actually show you the guy that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad, y'all. Oh, this it right here. This it right here. I just got to get to a certain point of it to show y'all, but it's no different than record labels. Record labels have, you know, money in prison. This is why you hear, you know, all the so-called gangster music and killing and murdering and a lot of stuff going on in rap today, because they have money involved in prison. They have a lot of money involved in prison. And I'm gonna zoom forward so y'all can see the guy that I grew up with. Let me show y'all. So prison, and like I said in the 13th Amendment, once you commit a crime, you know, you are basically putting yourself in a form of imprisonment. And then there's a yin and yang to it as well. You know, if you want to be out there, you want to be gangster, you want to commit crimes, then you setting yourself up for these situations. Now, I'm not saying that anybody deserves to, struggle or, have to be enslaved due to it, but it's right there in the works, you know. So I want to show y'all somebody I grew up with. Shout out to Quincy Sanders. I know this a real street dude from Alabama. Let me say that first before I share it. He a real street dude. Got shot in his face with an AK. You know what I'm saying? With an AK when we was younger. So this is Quincy Sanders. This is a friend of mine that we grew up with. If you see and look at his face, you can see he clearly got shot with an AK-47, hit him in the side of his face. He been in prison for years. And he's talking about the Alabama prison system and how they play them and make them go to work, nonstop. And this is the thing, the parole board will allow you to go home for 72 hours to visit your families, but we have the lowest parole rate in the United States, which is 10%, which means they are letting people who can go on parole and go home, who you trust to go home for 72 hours. But when it's time for their parole, you're keeping them locked up in the prison system so you can keep making money off them.
Experience. You have to be mind strong, really.
Alabama has one of the most overcrowded and deadly prison systems in the United States. Even the Justice Department found conditions there to be unconstitutional. In 2023, almost a person a day died in Alabama prisons, which is almost 5 times the national average.
You might see.
Did you hear what she said? In Alabama prisons, which is 5 times the actual rate of people dying in prison in Alabama. In Alabama, what people call country, we country boys and we don't know nothing. We, like when I lived in Chicago, they called us Bammers, which means they thought we were slow and this and that. But yet in Alabama, prisoners are dying 5 times more than prisoners in other states and slow country Alabama. This is a man I grew up with. Met him when I was 8, 9 years old before I moved out my first neighborhood that I was born at. This man been in the streets his whole life. He's a thorough street guy.
Two something out of that. And that's every 2 weeks. And you done work 80 hours and only seen $200. Like
he worked only 80 hours and seen $200. This is what's going on in the Alabama prison system. Fair use notice, educational uses. This is just to inform the public. YouTube monetize my videos. I grew up with this man. I seen his struggle.
It makes you lose motivation because money motivates people, especially working. So it kind of makes you lose motivation.
One estimate calculated that the state of Alabama enjoys a benefit of more than $450 million a year off of prison labor.
They make $450 million off prison labor. So that's why they're not paroling people. That's not why they're not letting people go home. Because we're going to make $450 million off your slavery, off your work. These people say they can't call in sick. They can't call in saying they don't feel good. They have to go to work. If this job requires that they work a double, they have to work a double. Now, I know a lot of you might be saying, and I say it too, hey, if this is the life you chose, if you wanted to be a street cat, you wanted to live this type of lifestyle, then hey, you went to prison, this is what comes with it. But at the end of the day, as a human being, this is not fair. This is not fair. Yes, I made a bad mistake in my life. Yes, I ran the streets. Yes, I was wrong. But at the end of the day, do I have to be used as a slave? Even when I'm sick, I should still have to go to work and make pennies when people are making millions off my back? What about my children? What about my kids? What about my family? What about my safety? No one cares. And a lot of these young guys are out here listening to these rappers and NBA Young Boy and whosoever and Lil Baby and this and that, and they ending up in prison, not realizing that the record label that NBA Young Boy is with, that Lil Baby is with, got shares in the prison that you may end up going to. That's why the music that you keep hearing that constantly saying kill, 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 destroy, destroy, disrespect women, do this, do that. They're leading you into a prison system. You got to think about even Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane got out of prison and he still condones selling murder, kill music. So when people say that Gucci Mane is a clone, I can believe it. Because what man who can go and do 5, 3, 4 years in prison will come out and say, hey, I'm going to keep making murder music for more black young men to go into prison. Just look at everybody who's with his company. You got the guy Big Scar. You got the young lady just got killed. You got Fujiana in jail. You got Pooh Shiesty in jail. At what some point do people understand that these people are not really up for us? They want to make a profit. But you'll call off work to go to their concert. You'll make less money to feed your kids to go watch Gucci Mane perform in Birmingham, Alabama. You'll call off work to go and see Lil Baby, to see NBA Young Boy perform in your neighborhood or your city, and they promoting stuff that's gonna put your sons in prison when they gonna go home to a 5-star luxury hotel after getting all y'all money. They don't give you no autographs, they don't give you nothing. But they'll send your son to prison. And they make nothing from it. See, this is how dumb celebrities are. And y'all really sit up and think celebrities really make all this money. There's no more albums. Back in the day, you made money off of albums. This is streaming. These folks have 15 million views, and y'all think, oh, they're getting a lot of money. No, they're not. The record company getting a lot of money off them streams. You see now Floyd Mayweather even going broke. Floyd Mayweather doing exhibition matches, but you can't tell nobody that because they say, oh, Floyd got all his money. He had an $18 million watch. Well, what 45-year-old man, 46-year-old man who grew up in the sport of boxing will be out there still doing exhibition matches if he was a half a billionaire? If I was If I was a lawn care technician where I cut grass from the time I was 7 years old, my father brought me into the lawn care technician, and I was a half a billionaire, you would never see me cut grass. So why is it that people can't believe that Floyd Mayweather is actually broke and he's having exhibition matches at 46 years old when he's been boxing since he came out of Pampers? People don't understand bills come, and depending on how you living, especially if you got a gambling situation, one of the things I heard is that the worst thing you could wish on a man is give him a gambling addiction. Not a drug addiction. Give him a gambling addiction. And what does Floyd Mayweather have? A gambling addiction. I'm not in the man's pockets. My broke and Floyd Mayweather broke is two different things. My broke is broke. Floyd Mayweather broke is a broke we don't know nothing about. But Floyd Mayweather would not be doing exhibition matches if he still had the money. We've seen countless times where celebrities have all this money and at the end of the day they end up going broke. Not just boxers. Red Fox, many others. $400 million men. Mike Tyson went broke at one point until he sacrificed his little daughter, which a lot of y'all don't know about that dude. See, y'all be thinking this stuff would be lies and oh, people just hating on people's success. No, Mike Tyson sacrificed his little girl. His little girl all died and got caught up in some window blinds and strangled to death. How that happen? A little girl get caught up on window blinds and strangled to death, and then all of a sudden Mike Tyson started doing Las Vegas shows. He ended up on the movie Hangover. Now he back in the limelight, had his own podcast, this and the other, right after his daughter died. Huh? Megan Thee Stallion became a star after her mama died. Bruno Mars became a star right after their mama died. Kanye West became a star right after their mama died. Jennifer Hudson became a star right after her mama, brother and child and nephew died. Satan blesses people too. Satan blesses people too. Oh, y'all don't want me to say this. Rest in peace, Rich Homey Quan. Y'all think Rich Homey Quan ain't never do nothing to get behind the scenes to get? Y'all think Rich Homey Quan ain't a Mason? You ain't never think he did something wrong to get success? Don't you see his homeboy Young Thug had to wear a dress to become successful? Y'all think that YSL court case is real? When Woody out here and got a bag full of money all of a sudden, where Woody get that money from? Where did Woody get that money from? He out here buying charges and everything. And then he crying on videos. Woody done sold his soul. That court case y'all seeing is fake. It's an act. Just like the O.J. Simpson trial, Rodney King, Sonia Massey, what's the other boy? What's his name? Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, all of it is fake. It's made up. Think about this with the Rodney King case. So you mean to tell me Rodney King is driving down the street in LA at almost 12 o'clock at night and people are walking around with video cameras? Where did the lightning come from for them to record Rodney King getting beat like that? This is 1995. Who walking around with a video camera waiting on people to get beat? Don't y'all know if that was real, the police would have went over there and broke that camera? How did they get away with filming Rodney King getting beat like that? And they standing right there filming it. It was staged. It's fake. I'm not saying that Rich Homey Quan wasn't talented, but people got to understand with success, there's always another human being behind the door of success. It's not a computer. It's not a robot. It's another human being. Just like with Puff Daddy and Clive Davis. How you think Bad Boy was started? Puff Daddy was sleeping, well, Diddy, as y'all call him, was sleeping with Clive Davis. How you think Will Smith got Fresh Prince? From sleeping with Quincy Jones. Why you think Martin Lawrence was running around the street saying people are trying to kill me? Because he made a deal with the devil. And now we see a Martin Lawrence that ain't Martin Lawrence. Dave Chappelle. These people are sick. All of a sudden, Dave Chappelle come back looking like the Terminator. Ain't no way he got that big still smoking cigarettes. Look at me. I'm 6'6". This is not my natural size. When I stop smoking cigarettes, I'm going to be Dave Chappelle size. Dave Chappelle still smokes cigarettes to this day. Even when he came back from Africa. How did he get that big? Cigarettes stop your body from healing, from its natural form. When I stop smoking cigarettes, I'm going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Especially if I work out. This is no hate, I'm telling you. Dave Chappelle's birthday is August 24th. Mine is August 25th. One of the best comedians I ever seen out there. Also this. Dave Chappelle was supposed to be Dave Chappelle. Muhammad Ali took a picture of a baby. Go look it up if you think I'm capped. Of a baby that he had in his arms, which I didn't notice until Dave Chappelle said it on one of his stand-ups on Netflix that he was that baby that Muhammad Ali was holding. And y'all gonna say, well, okay, Muhammad Ali was holding somebody's baby. But why Dave Chappelle? Because Dave Chappelle was born to be Dave Chappelle. Just like presidents was born to be presidents. They're all it's bloodline. They're all some kin. All celebrities are related. Nepotism. Nepotism. Just like the Brat, Lisa Ray. They brothers, they sisters. And then you got Lisa Ray on Facebook talking about she would never marry a man that can't pay her bills. And this shows the stupidity of women when you just had a man on his own land, his own island. You had a prince or something. And you didn't work with him. So who is at fault? Y'all gonna blame the prince or you gonna blame Lisa Ray? It's all fake, y'all. Everything we see on TV is fake. Gene Deal, Jaguar White, yes, some of their stories are true. Yes, some of their stories are true. But a lot of it is fake. A lot of it is fake. The prison system that I'm talking about, which I got off subject. Rappers and record companies have businesses with prisons. That's why you hear all this murder music. They want your children to go to jail. They want your children to work as slaves in prison. Let's go.
And it's slavery all the way around the board, just slavery.
And unlike free world workers, incarcerated workers can't just get a shift covered or quit.
ADOC has a list of rules that all incarcerated people are expected to abide by. Rules like don't have contraband, be in your bunk at the required time, and rules like don't refuse to work. That's a rule on the books.
CJ Sandley is one of the attorneys behind a recent lawsuit filed against ADOC.
The range of punishments folks can face if they get written up for refusing to work include solitary confinement, losing access to phones, tablets, visitation, access to their families and loved ones for like 30 days, 60 days.
All because I don't want to go to work for 40 hours. I don't want to do doubles. And y'all taking 40% of my check. This is what's going on in Alabama. Y'all taking 40% of my work. And I'm getting a $200 check. And I can't call off. I can't say I'm sick. I can't say I don't feel like going. If I call off or I quit, I can't talk to my family. I can't see my family. No one can come see me. This is what's going on. 13th Amendment. 13th Amendment. Where they say that if you commit a crime, you're basically turning yourself into a slave.
Being required to do more work inside the prison walls for free, under threat of punishment.
I want to talk to my family. I want to be a part of my family. And you're telling me that if I don't go and do what you want me to do at these jobs, work as hard as they want me to do, if they need me 7 days, you want me to go there 7 days. If they need me 80 hours, you want me to work 80 hours. If they want me to turn around and come back and do a double, you want me to get up and you want me to be available to do all this. But if I decide I'm tired, Lord forbid if we got sick.
I talked to Reginald Burrell, who was...
Lord forbid if they get sick. You can't tell the warden or the CO, I don't feel like going to work day on sick. If you do, you're going to get punished for it. That's slavery. And like I said, I know a lot of people going to look at it and you're going to say, well, hey, if you live that type of lifestyle, we all make mistakes. We're all able to commit crimes. We're all able to put ourselves through that situation. I know a lot of people sit there and say, no, that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't. What if you can pay your rent? What if you got kids and you couldn't pay your rent. Ain't no telling what you would possibly do in order to pay that rent to keep a roof over your children's head. You'll end up in that environment and people will look down on you because you made a mistake. Everybody make mistakes. Just like I was talking about the movie Batman. And my wife didn't understand this when I was talking about the movie Batman. The Joker's whole purpose of showing Batman was that at the end of the day, we all can be criminals. He wanted to show Batman that your job will never end. You will be Batman until you are 87 years old. Because at the end of the day, pressure busts pipes. And we all can become criminals. Don't ever look down on anybody. Even the Most High himself hates people that looks down on other people. Because that can be you in a heartbeat. I hate to hear people call people bums. I've been homeless. I know what it's like to sleep in a car. I know what it's like to sleep in an empty building. I know what it's like to break in a project building to go to sleep. I know what it's like to lay down in an abandoned building, sleep on the front porch. But because some people are lucky to have a blessed family and people who really look out for them, they look down on people. And the Lord himself said he hate that. He hate that.
Was injured when an entertainment center fell on his head at the private furniture manufacturing company where he worked through ADOC. When he spoke up about it, he was fired.
And, I confronted the JPO about it, and they shipped me to Shippensburg with extra duty, taking away my privileges, and I ended up in a landfill. I just got assaulted and mistreated at this job, and now I'm ended in a landfill working for free.
Now he's saying that he was at a job where something fell on his head. Fell on his head while he was working. No lawsuit. He didn't get a chance to sue nobody, give him some money. They shipped him to another prison and had him working for free for a multi-million-dollar company. For a multi-million-dollar company. After something landed on his head while he was in prison. We human beings, man. Everybody deserves a second chance. If you still breathing, that means God gave you a second chance. Because he could have took you out at any time you was doing wrong. You could have been stealing gift cards from Walmart. And a security guard could have shot you. You could have been breaking into somebody's house. And a neighbor shot you. You could have been robbing somebody. And somebody bystander across the street could have saw you and shot you. That means God forgave you himself. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance in life, y'all. Don't ever look down on nobody. Ever in your life. Don't ever look down on nobody.
Multi-million-dollar company.
One of the most valuable things in the system is whatever I can do to get out early. If a work stoppage to protect myself from being abused and to speak up for myself could subject me to sanctions, I don't have to say it, but you're going to follow whatever order you're given.
Chris England is a state representative in Alabama. He's leading the fight to reform the state's prison system.
It is a completely broken system. The folks in charge, the parole board, they don't use guidelines. There is no methodology applied to it.
Alabama has some of the lowest parole grant rates in the country.
And more than 90% of the time, hearing this answer.
Denied, 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 be denied, parole will be denied.
If the parole board followed its own guidelines, it would grant parole in about 80% of cases. But instead, that number dropped to just 8% last year. And incarcerated people in the work release program don't fare much better.
I know that there are people at the Department of Corrections, they assess them, and then they say, you are not.
So what I'm saying is basically this. They're keeping people in jail in order to make money. They ain't even letting people go. We got a 10% rate. 10% rate, one of the lowest in this country of people getting parole in Alabama. So why do you think they're doing that? To continue to make money off prisoners. Lord knows. Don't let these people come for me. Because like I told you, I owe the IRS, I owe everything. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be a slave for nobody because I owe people. Meaning I would have to work. And they have businesses with Wendy's, restaurants, and all this, where they get these people to go and work for free labor, doing 18 hours, 16 hours, and have to get up and come back to work. And they can't quit. You cannot quit. If you quit, there are repercussions and head busting about you quitting, y'all. Shout out to Quincy Sanders, man, a guy I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Been through it his whole life. You know, we 80s babies. We grew up in the crack epidemic. See, while all these young dudes out here talking about they fighting demons and they've been through this, they've been through that. No, we grew up in the crack epidemic. And I think the Most High that my mother and my father wasn't going through that. I had uncles and aunties who I seen go through that situation of being on crack and drugs. And I'm happy to say both of my auntie and my uncle no longer do that in their life. A lot of y'all don't understand growing up in the 80s and the 90s, early 90s, seeing your family members change from mechanics, business people, into crackheads. A lot of y'all don't understand it, especially these young people here talking about they fighting demons. When we grew up around y'all and watched y'all mamas buy y'all Jordans and nice clothes, no, we grew up around people who family wasn't in the house. You go to your homeboy house, y'all in there flipping out mattresses, and his mama ain't there because she outside looking for crack. Didn't have a father. A lot of my homeboys grew up and had to sell drugs because they had nobody there. But yet, y'all today out here saying 2000 babies, 2005, 6, 7 babies, 20 years old, 19, y'all fighting demons. You ain't seen a demon until you grew up in a house where your mama ain't there because she outside all night smoking crack. You ain't seen a demon until your mama bring a man in your house who sell drugs and she having sexual encounters with him to get drugs. You ain't seen a demon until your mama get her food stamps and sell them all and she ain't got nothing in the house for you to eat. I seen my homeboys go through this. I'm blessed by God that none of my mother and my father was not caught up on this. But I had a lot of friends going through it when I'm 83. I'm 83. 93, I was 10 years old. Now, this one crack just hit. So y'all out here talking about y'all fighting demons. You ain't seen a demon till you got to flip a loaf of bread. Eat some noodles. Eat sardines. Eat Viennas. Or you probably ain't eating nothing. We was making tomato sandwiches. Tomato sandwiches. Butter and sugar sandwiches. But yet, y'all fighting demons today. With a pair of Jordans on. With a pair of Jordans on. With a nice outfit on. But y'all fighting demons. Y'all fighting demons. To see your uncle on drugs ask you as a teenager for $5 so he could get high. For me, being a teenager, seeing my uncle owe drugs to somebody that almost killed my uncle, the gun clicked by his head. I couldn't defend my uncle. I couldn't defend my uncle. I'm 13 years old, can't defend my uncle with somebody at his door saying that he owe him and click a gun to my uncle's head trying to kill him over dope money. But y'all fighting demons. Watching me lose the whole side of my daddy family from having drug addictions. And I end up having a drug addiction. But y'all fighting demons. Y'all fight demons. Same guy that was just on that video. Let me go back and show his face. Let me show the video. Let me show his face. This dude right here grew up in the same community as me. We 8, 9 years old. 8, 9 years old. His name is Quincy Sanders. I seen this man go through everything. You see his face. He got shot with an AK-47 in his face. I grew up with him. We grew up in the real era where we was fighting demons. And he's certified. Certified. Man went to prison for 17 years from what I understand, if I heard it right. Either 7 or 17 years. But I know he went to prison. Same neighborhood we grew up in. Vice Hill Projects. But y'all fighting demons. See, down in Alabama in the 1990s, what y'all seeing today, see, back in the day, it was a cold. People died over money and drugs back when we was coming up. What y'all seeing today going on, it was like that in the 1990s down here. People being found in lakes. Especially with the crack epidemic when money was flowing. The neighborhood I grew up in, which is Collegeville Projects, was the first neighborhood that crack hit in Alabama. Collegeville Projects, Collegeville Community was the first neighborhood where crack entered that. Come on, man. You got to pray for these young boys, man. They don't understand. They can't even fight. That's why a lot of them shooting. They can't fight. When was the last? I'm going to ask anybody this. From any area of this country. When was the last time you seen young boys fist fight? When was the last time you seen 14, 15 years old have a fist fight? That died in our era. They can't fight. If you was born past 1995, you can't fight for real. If you was born past 1995, 1997, you cannot fight. You can't throw no hands. You don't know nothing about wrapping up, slamming somebody, DD10. You don't know nothing about throwing punches. You don't know. You can't fight. That's why these young boys out here killing each other like that, because they can't fight. They don't want to take no ass whooping. We grew up in that. Growing up in the 80s and the 90s, early 90s. Had to fight every day. Win, lose, or draw. I lost fights. But we learned how to fight. When was the last time you seen two young boys actually have a fist fight? I'm asking y'all. When? You ain't seen it because they can't. So they'd rather pick up a gun and murder you and kill you. Now it's guns. They just want to shoot you and kill you. Because they don't want to go around and say, oh, I lost to such and such. Such and such beat me up. One of my homeboys beat me twice. This dude could fight like hell. His name was Jeff Alon. Jeff Alon got into it with him. That's on this picture. Jeff Alon was a grown man who could fight at our age. Jeff Alon beat him. Not to shame Quincy or nothing like that, because Quincy is a thorough street dude. He wasn't afraid of nothing, even when we was young. This man on this picture right here, he wasn't afraid of nothing, even when we was young. Jeff Alon was just a better fighter than both of us. We had to learn how to fight. We had to learn how to be men at young ages. Take a loss. Take another loss. I ain't gonna go shoot your mama because you beat me. I said, rest in peace, Rich Homey Quan, to his family. My condolences to his family. It's just sad what's going on out here today, man. Well, even at me at 41 is one of the reasons I'm happy I didn't have children. Because I couldn't get a phone call saying my son got shot because he beat some boy up in school. They got to fighting and then he left out of school, he got shot. But that's what's going on today. They can't fight, y'all. They don't want to say they lost a fight, so they rather shoot and kill. And before I get off, I got to dog these celebrities. These celebrities that everybody idolizes, which that's one thing I love about Charleston White, which I feel Charleston White is an agent. I feel Charleston White is an agent, but I love how he destroyed the outlook and the image of these so-called gangsters. These people are sellouts. Half of their backstories on how they became successful is a lie. They sold their souls. That's why you see Lil Baby and Meek Mill hanging with that rich guy and he humping on the back of them. They taking pictures hugging him in a homosexual look because they're selling themselves out for money. There's no price on your manhood. As a man, there is no price on your manhood. Ain't enough money in this world for me to let a grown man come behind me and hug me. There's no money in this world that will have a grown man have me bunny hopping and recording me from losing a tennis bet. Ain't enough money in this world to make me lose my morals and standards as a man, because that's all you got. All you have as a man is your name. All you have as a man is your name. They got Meek Mills on video bunny hopping for a white boy. No disrespect to anybody white that watch my channel. I'm not racist, but I'm just saying, a rich white, you bunny hopping, but you a street dude. Lil Baby taking hugs from the back from rich white men. But you a street nigga. Huh? I just tell you the truth. Ain't no price on no man's manhood. All a man got is his name. And you got to go to the ground with that. If you got moral standards and respect for yourself, you got to go to the ground with that. Ain't no money in the world going to change that. Ain't no money in the world going to stop you from leaving this earth. Ain't a quarter or a dime on this earth going to stop you from being immortal. You're going to leave this earth one day, and all a man got is his name. That's all you got. That's all you're going to be remembered by is your name. And one thing you will never put on my name is no homosexual talk or me being no rat. Them two things you can't come back from as a man. Homosexuality and being a rat. We got 10 minutes left on the channel. Y'all give me a second. That's why one of my favorite things to tell people is this. Fear is stronger than love. Fear is stronger than love. A lot of people can be bought. You right, Boston 227. Fear is stronger than love. You can have somebody who really loves you set you up out of fear. It could be your mother. It could be your brother. But that fear, they'll set you up. It's a cold world out here, y'all. And it's sad to see what's going on and we can't do nothing about it. The part that bothers me the most is that I can't do nothing about it. I'm just me. With what these brothers going through in the Alabama prison system, I can't do nothing about it. I'm just one man. What can I do to stop them from having to go through this type of slavery? Whether they're convicted of a crime or not. Now, if you go to jail for murder, especially if you go to jail for murdering another black man, hey, work you till you sleep. I want you to be at your job and they wake you up and hit you on your back with a pipe after you done murder another black man. Yeah, you need to work 80 hours. You need to work overtime. If you done killed another black man for no reason over some BS, yeah, you need to be going through this type of situation. But if you in there off drugs, you in there off, you know what I'm saying, making a mistake in your life, you shouldn't have to go through that. But if you in there for murdering another black man, I condone everything the Alabama prison system do to you. They should make you work when you sick. They should make you work because you took somebody's life who was probably working when they was sick, when they was tired. So it's a yin and yang to everything that goes on in this world. So yeah, me being from Alabama and I know how they out here killing for nothing, make them go to work when they're tired. Make them go to work when they're sick. Make them do doubles. You out here for murdering somebody else's black son and killing them, you deserve everything that comes to you. Everybody have a choice. I'm struggling myself. That mean I gotta go out and kill somebody and rob somebody to go get it? That mean I gotta go rob a bank to go get it and kill a black woman that's behind the counter trying to bag the money up for me because she's moving too slow? That mean I gotta shoot her? And then I'm gonna cry about what I gotta go through in prison? You see what I'm saying? If you out there for murdering somebody's son, especially for murder, especially amongst another Israelite black male, Israelite, which y'all don't hear that do. Another Israelite black male, like I said, another Israelite black male, you deserve to be in prison. You deserve to go through what they're going through in now. We'll go to war with everybody but the people who hurt us. You'll shoot your homeboy down in the street because he cussed your mama out. And your mama was probably wrong for cussing him out. But a white man come beat your mama, slap her, kick her in the middle of the street, slam her down, punch her in her face. You're murdering with nothing. It's easy for you to murder him. Now I take that back. The white boy that'll slam your mama down, cuss her out, and beat her in the middle of the street, you wouldn't do nothing. You want to protest. But your mama cuss your homeboy out and he say something back to her, oh, I got to kill him. I got to kill him. But a white boy call your mama the N-word, slap her, slam on the ground, flip over a car, stomp on her. Oh, I want to protest. We want to sue. But your mama could walk up and spit in one of your homeboys, your best friend face, and he slap her. You going to go shoot up his whole family house. Cowards. We cowards today. That's why don't nobody respect us, because they know we cowards. They know we cowards. When it's white on black crime, I want to protest. I want to sue somebody. When it's black on black crime, you go shoot up their whole house, kill their mama, their family, their little sister. You shoot in the window, shoot a 7-year-old. You kill everybody. Cowards. Cowards. And then people be out, free my cousin. Fuck your cousin. He killed somebody look just like you. Struggled just like you. Your cousin need to stay in prison. I hope he dying now. They need to electrocute him. They need to stone him. Talking about some op. They out here living life like this a GTA game. And you talking about free this dummy. No, he need to stay in there. He need to stay in there. See, this is why my channel don't get views. Because see, if I promoting violence, if I promoting shoot 'em up, bang, bang, if I promote Megan Thee Stallion twerking, Cardi B dancing, and worry about what celebrities doing, my channel will be the biggest. My channel will be probably one of the biggest channels that's out there. But since I sit here and I talk like this, and they got that algorithm that read everything that I say, my videos get put on the back burner. My videos get put on the back burner. Oh, we don't want them to hear about this. Hell no. Hell no. This may be too much. We want them to keep hearing about shoot 'em up, bang bang, nice clothes, jewelry, cars, hoes, clothes, disrespect they women, kill each other, murder each other. That's what they want y'all to listen to. That's what they want y'all to talk about. All these relationship gurus on different channels. Oh, women do this, men do that, women do this, men do that. But at the end of the day, is that bringing any of us together? Men have faults, women have faults. What they got to do about loving each other and coming together with them faults and healing each other's pain? As black men and women, we grow up in pain. We grow up in ignorance. We grow up in poverty. What about healing each other's pain? What about that? Well, y'all don't listen to none of these relationship gurus. And a lot of people get mad. I know I talk about Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels is right. The black woman is the most powerful person in this community. Nothing stands without the black woman. If black women came on YouTube tomorrow and said, we don't want no more gangsters. We want black men to stand up and wear suits and ties, or we ain't dealing with them no more. If every black woman made that serious, guess what you will see? Guess what you'll see? Because the world is really ran by women. I don't care what nobody tell you. The world is really ran by women. Like Chris Rock said, if you could have sex with a woman in a cardboard box, you wouldn't buy a house. You wouldn't get an apartment. If women didn't care about men who have cars, you would never buy one. You would pick a woman up on a skateboard. You'll buy an extra bicycle for her to follow you to your house or your cardboard box. Women make the world go round, fellas. It's women. Once women make a command, we will all follow, especially black women. All black women got to do is get on TV and say, from this day forward, we want men in suits and ties that's being productive. We don't want no more boys walking around with pistols, with their pants hanging down, and they out here talking about being gangsters. Watch how many dudes start buying suits and ties. Grown men and the guys that's out here toting these big guns. Because women make the world go round. They don't run the world. Listen to what I'm saying. Women don't run the world. They don't. But women make the world go round. Whatever they say, men will follow. Music today and all platforms, whether it's rap, R&B, country, it's what women want. It's what women want. Women are buying it, calling off work to go to these concerts. Men ain't calling off work to go to no concert unless it's for his wife. He requests off. Ain't nobody calling off work to go see Boosie. Ain't no man calling off work to go see Boosie, but women are. Ain't nobody calling off work to go see no R&B artists, but women are. Women make things sell. You wouldn't buy a Mercedes if you could fuck a woman in an Acura. You wouldn't buy a Charger or a Hellcat if women like GMC trucks. You'll see a bunch of GMC trucks riding around instead of Hellcats and Chargers. If all women came out today and said, we like men that drive vans, we don't like dudes that drive Chargers and GMC trucks and big cars and hydraulic cars with rims on them. We like to see men with clean vans. Imagine how many vans gonna start getting bought. 87 vans, 97 vans. Imagine how many vans gonna start. Come on now. I'm gonna be on here 5 more minutes, then I'm finna get off. I speak the truth to y'all, bro. That's all I know how to speak. And YouTube, please monetize my video, fair use notice. 18, my videos are categorized at 18 and older. There's no reason for my videos not to be monetized. There's no reason. Educational uses. Me speaking my opinion. Women paying $1,000 to $15,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown. Exactly. So imagine how much they'll pay you if they want you to do right. If they'll spend their income tax money to take a picture with Chris Brown, imagine if they came up with a formula to make us better. They'll pay you. But unfortunately, they use music and other things to separate us. Which is why we can't have our black women. Which is why they don't really want us. Which is why a good man will be looked down on for a drug dealer. A man that get up and bust his butt from 9 to 5, even when he don't feel like working, will be disrespected and fucked over for a drug dealer. Somebody who sit on their ass and just money come to them. But a man who go to work when he's sick, tired, don't feel like going, gets more respect. And then they're going to have children by these men and end up single mothers. And then guess who they come back to? The 9 to 5 working men. They have children by the drug dealers, the street guys. But then they want to marry the 9 to 5 workers who got the benefits, who got the 401k. Donate to the channel. Easy Work 83. Easy Work 83. Come on now. YouTube don't pay me. I get on here because I love to do this. Donate to the channel. Donate. This real talk. They want the drug dealers, sleep with the drug dealers, sleep with the street dudes. But then they want the 9 to 5 working dude with the benefits, with the insurance, the 401k. This is what they go for. Oh, my baby dad, a real street dude. Why your baby daddy can't send no cereal from prison? Why your baby daddy can't buy your baby no shoe? And which I got homeboys. One of my homeboys named Johnny Bravo. Been in prison since 2006. Every time you see his daughter, she got a pair of J's on. This dude got $100 bills rolling down his sleeve in prison. And he been there since 2006. I ain't saying dudes who in there don't pay for their children and look out for their children. But it's rare. After they get through chasing the dread heads and the pistol packing dudes, when they up in age, guess what they want? The guy that got a 9 to 5. A guy that go to work every day, even when he's sick and he don't feel like it. When he wake up, he want to quit and he still go. That's what they want to be with. You could have been with that from jump. I love y'all. I love y'all. Hit the like button before you go. If you watch this video, please support the channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't bash nobody. I just tell you the truth. We all at fault. Black men, black women. I don't mean to bash black women, but y'all are the stronghold of our community. We love you. We follow you. We do whatever it is to be in love with you. So when I come at black women, it's not to bash them. You must understand it's because we are in love with you. If y'all give us something to be a goal, we'll follow it. As long as y'all want us to be thugs and street dudes, that's what's going to be out here. If y'all want us to be entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, then tell us that, and we'll do it. This your boy Easy Work. I'm out.